full roar as their guys burst out of the locker room, and we're ready for football as the 49ers get set to do battle with Carson Wentz and the Philadelphia Eagles. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
Here we go. Pass man. Ready? Check. Down the man inside. Down the man.
Get ready. Watch out. Alert 3.
Our first carry now for Jordan Howard. Call it officially a loss of 2 on the first play from scrimmage. Second down.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12.
Check 99. Check.
Ram.
A give left side to Howard. And he gets it down deep into San Francisco territory. It's a big-time run by Jordan Howard, 68 yards.
Hey, here we go. 180. 82, 40.
To throw is Wentz. And the Niners get there and bring him down. Eric Armstead. He's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9.
Well, that was point counterpoint, wasn't it? They decided to throw for it on 1st and goal. Instead, the defense counters with pressure, and the defense wins, getting a big sack.
First down, a bit of a disaster, and now on 2nd and goal, back even further. And he'll take it from the 18 to the 15, a gain of 3.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense, and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
So 3rd and goal, and the 49er faithful making some noise for their defense. Forced out to his left. Now a loose football. The ball comes out, and this is going to be 49er football.
When I see a play like that, I come back to risk-reward. I don't know about you, but is it worth it at that point, whatever you're going to pick up, to either take the hit, and in this case, lose the football?
So should have gone down. I mean, hindsight's always 20/20, but that's the safe play.
You're exactly right. Hindsight's really never wrong, is it? Because you can analyze it, but I think ultimately you got to look at it as a first option, taking care of the ball, getting what you...
He's got daylight. He's at the 30. 10. Touchdown, 49ers. Matt Breida, 91 yards, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Gold with the extra point. So their backs were against the wall, deep back in their own territory, and they run it all the way down into the end zone.
That takes a lot of coordination for an offensive team, doesn't it? Because, let's face it, it's really not a surprise that they're going to run the ball in that situation. Backed up that close to their own end zone, you usually do call running plays, trying to be safe. Instead, it turns into an electrical run, a bolt for your team, and off he goes to the races.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive, and they'll be looking to atone for last time's mistake of fumbling inside the red zone. Certainly they don't want to do that again.
And so much emphasis placed on red zone offense. I mean, you have periods devoted in practice just for that because everyone knows how vital it is to put points on the board when you've entered that part of the field. And to come away with nothing, that's difficult for a team to handle.
And difficult, and now we'll see if they can make it less difficult on themselves on this drive. On second down now, it's Howard. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. It's a gain of 16 and an Eagle first down. Boy, some big runs here, Charles, already in this first quarter.
Yeah, if the lanes are there, go ahead and exploit them. But what I like the most, how decisive he is, putting his foot in the ground and going.
They'll run on first down. Howard. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. Getting the sense, Charles, they're going to put a big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far, it's working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers do their job when the lights come on. I think he likes natural light best.
On second and a yard. Wentz caught by the tight end Ertz. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 26.
Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now he can run anything and catch the balls we just saw there.
Go, go. 20!
On first down, it's Howard. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
They did a really nice job there defensively. They strung the play out, didn't give him a cutback lane. On each play, you have guys what I call our BCR players. Guys are responsible for the bootleg, for the cutback, and for the reverse. They played that one perfectly.
And rode him right out of bounds. Now a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
I know you felt like saying touchdown there, didn't you, partner? That looked like a sure 6 points, but the contact jarred it free.
Got his hands on it, could not hold on through the end of the play. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on second down.
Sunday.
Here's Wentz to throw. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Jarquiski Tart, and he'll be brought down at his own 10-yard line. Oh, no doubt, a very disappointing end to what was a pretty strong opening drive.
They had 3 points in their back pocket. It was there for them. If you don't like what you see, just throw it away. Make sure you get those points on the board. Don't get too greedy. He forced it there. You saw the end result.
And some room for him there as he'll take this up to about the 15. It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets him to 2nd and 4. They'll run for the first time with Tevin Coleman. And he'll lose yardage here. Back to the 15. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down. Now Garoppolo. Throwing left side here, and it's complete. And he almost gets this to the 30, taken down about a yard shy. 15 for the Niners there, and a first down.
Here we go. 21. Here we go.
On first down, here's Breida. Jalen Mills in on the stop.
And it is still early, just the first quarter. But you start prorating the numbers, and we might be in for some history. I mean, that last run puts him over 100 yards already, and we've still got 3 quarters to go.
2nd and 5 now. Garoppolo gets this one to Juszczyk. A minimal gain as we tick down inside of a minute remaining in the opening quarter.
Now, that's often a surprise for the defensive guys when they see the big fella slide out of the backfield and catch the ball. Not something they usually go over in practice very often.
They'll try to pick this up on the ground with Breida. First down, San Francisco. The pickup, 14 yards. One thing's for sure, this defense has to figure out how to stop the ground game. He's eating him up here in the first quarter.
It looks like they have to go to different forces, aren't they? The conventional things aren't working too well. So I remember a coach of mine saying way back when a back's having a great game, you've got to get the ball out of his hands. See how far he can run without the ball. And what he meant was takeaways, knock it loose, because maybe you can't just stop him with just regular tackling.
Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
Hey, gun.
Throwing on 2nd down. Garoppolo And the catch made. This is Emmanuel Sanders. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for third down.
One of the selling points of the in route is it gives the quarterback a really nice sight line to his receiver and almost on a direct shot able to throw the ball into the middle of the field and have a great chance of success as they did on that play.
This will be the 8th play of the drive, and it's 3rd and inches.
11.
On 3rd down, a run from Breida. And this one's going to go the wrong way, losing yardage back at the 42. And a loss of 3 to bring up 4th. They run for it with Breida. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. Well, we kind of looked at each other as they decided to go for it, but in the end, great execution, a 6-yard gain, and it all works out. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. Garoppolo looks to throw. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And it's knocked away and incomplete. Rodney McLeod that time able to knock it away.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on 1st down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball,
Here we go.
4 yards or more on 1st down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up 2nd down.
To throw again on 2nd down. Garoppolo, his throw incomplete. Emmanuel Sanders, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd down.
Here we go.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. On 3rd down, here's Coleman. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. He'll get a dozen there, and it's a 1st down, 49ers.
So that's what that elbow in my ribs was all about. You thought they were going to throw the ball as well.
Absolutely. I think everybody thought they were throwing the football, caught him off guard.
Yeah, I'm telling you, when you have the courage to make that type of a play call, a lot of times you actually get rewarded.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31. Fletcher Cox breaking through to get him to the ground. It's a loss of 7. On 2nd down, a run with Breida. He winds up getting only a couple there, down to the 29.
We called a lot of games, but we don't normally talk about inside linebackers being that fleet of foot, do we?
No, he was able to get outside there to make that play.
Yeah, and you know what makes them faster? Their ability to read plays, understand what offenses are trying to do, and put themselves in proper position.
Squeeze, double.
On 3rd and long, it's Garoppolo. On the screen, this is Coleman. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. A 3-yard loss. 4th down now.
I love the intelligence the defense just showed there. Read their keys, saw the screen developing, ran to it, and smothered it. What a 3rd down stop by them.
Robbie Gould on for the field goal. A 49-yard attempt.
And this one is right down Broadway. And the lead moves to 10-zip. So he splits the uprights and has to be a nice feeling. Right when it left his foot, knew it was good.
Yeah, just like a good 3-point shooter in basketball, right? Release the ball, fall back on defense without even looking. You know it's going in the hoop.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They find themselves down 10-0 early after the interception on their opening drive led to a field goal.
So now they've got to pick up the mantle a little bit.
And down he goes. They bring down Wentz on the sack. The sack cost him only a yard. It's 2nd and 11.
Tighten up.
Wentz now to throw. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Credit the sack to the Oregon Duck, DeForest Buckner.
Okay, you know my bias is about to come out here. A lot of people think that the offense is just moving in the wrong direction. I'd say they're moving in the right direction because the defense is pushing them back.
Former defensive guy. Now, as a quarterback, 3rd and long, you really got to rally the troops here, don't you?
Yeah, you do in a big way. And what else do you have to look out for? More pressure coming at you because it seems to be working pretty well.
Play clock all the way to 0. Didn't get the snap off. 5-yard penalty.
And you see the head coach writing that note on his play sheet right now. He's going to be addressing that with his staff. A sense of urgency, get to the line of scrimmage, snap the ball.
Now the play clock hits 0 here, and we're going to get a delay. After the delay, they're backed up even further for 3rd and long. Wentz off the fake handoff to Howard. Gonna look deep for Jeffrey. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 36. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line.
When a team's turned it over 3 times in the first half, we just look at the offense and say, guys, what are you doing? But instead, we really should be looking at the defense. They've created the takeaways. 2 interceptions, 1 caused fumble. They played awfully well swarming to the ball here in the first half.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Looking to throw. Garoppolo. Deep ball for Goodwin. It's caught at the 10. Touchdown, 49ers. Marquise Goodwin, 62 yards. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead. Gold able to tack on the extra point. And that makes our score 17-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
Want to.
No, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
And he will make his way back to where he started from, and that's all, as we will make our way to the 2-minute warning. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll hand you off to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have highlights and analysis of his first half of action. Wentz's throw into the hands of Aguilar, and taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 14 yards there and an Eagle first down. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
33. Here we go. Let's bring it. Let's go. Let's bring it. Let's bring it. Hey, check my 30.
Working from the gun. Wentz. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down. Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10.
What's tight? Tight is right. What's tight?
Now Wentz. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Nick Bosa just creating a disaster there for the offense as that one goes 16 yards in the wrong direction.
3rd and long.
The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime.
Down. We're going to keep getting sacks.
Eagles coming up here on a 3rd and long, so Wentz and company with some work to do after the sack. From the gun, it's Wentz. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. It's the former Seahawk, Richard Sherman.
You hear me laughing, partner, and I'm not laughing at the situation, but sometimes you just get yourself into a rut. It's hard to shake yourself out of it.
Here we go.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. A new life now following the late turnover. Maybe a chance for points here before the break.
Yeah, pretty nice situation they find themselves in because they're really maybe one completion away from giving their kicker a shot, and that gives them a chance to get some points up on the board.
It's caught by Sanders. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down. Garoppolo gives to Breida. And some space here. He's at the 40. Past the 20. 10. Touchdown, 49ers. Matt Breida with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead.
I heard a coach talk about those late-in-the-half scores, especially ones that give your team a pretty decent cushion. He said those could be the ones that could finish off a squad if you let them.
Yeah, they've got the cushion. This half has been theirs. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Typically down in the first half, I might say, oh, you at least need a field goal out of this drive, but they're down to the point where they need a touchdown, don't they?
Yeah, normally, you know me. You've been around me for a while now, right?
Unfortunately.
I'm sorry about that. But normally, I'm the one preaching patience.
Yeah.
You know, take your time. First half, you still got a chance. I think they're out of patience here. This has to be a drive that gets a touchdown. So if you're the play caller, you're going to that portion of the sheet that says big-time plays, specials, anything you can use to get yourself back into it.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down.
Watch that end. Tight end's right. Tight end's right.
Throwing now is Wentz. And that is incomplete, stopping the clock with 5 seconds to go. He was trying to find Deshaun Jackson that time. And that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down. So now 3rd and 10, a big play to start the drive, but nothing since. A final shot before half for Wentz. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Quan Williams. Final play of the first half, barring a penalty, as they come up on 1st and 10. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on 2nd down. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. It's the 49ers out in front, and they will get the football first as well as we are back and started in the 2nd half.
We got this.
Here we go.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. It's a run by Coleman to start the 3rd quarter. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. Tackle made that time by Brandon Graham.
Here we go.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Garoppolo now. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
Well, that last sack, it puts Garoppolo and the 49ers in a tough spot. They face a 3rd and long. Here's Breida. It'll be a gain of 5, and the punt team will now come out on 4th down. Now look at this, 4th and 12, and they're going to line up to go for it. They do go for it. It's Garoppolo. He's going to air one out. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked off by Ronald Darby. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Eagles defense gets a pick-6 TD. And now they'll empty the backfield here as they elect to go for 2. Obviously just a huge play, but Charles, as a defender, aren't you often taught just to knock that ball down on 4th?
You're exactly right. We are taught that. Okay, just knock it down, take the ball on offense. But sometimes you have to know when to break the rules. And he did to the tune of 6 points.
Five nine.
So after the INT, here's Wentz. And they're going to get the 2-point conversion, caught in the end zone, and that cuts the lead a bit further. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick-6, and now the kick is away. This one taken from the 7. And he'll be taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. The former Purdue Boilermaker, Raheem Mostert. And some room to work. He's at the 50, the 30, the 20. And across the chalk into the end zone, it's a 49er touchdown. Raheem Mostert, 79 yards. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead. Well called, well blocked, and then he just made a great play. That's an athlete going a long way.
Yeah, how about the suddenness, too, of just getting there and taking off and going? For the defensive guys, plays like that really hurt.
Gold with the extra point, and that pushes the lead up to 23. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know.
I would love to have been in there because we often have the feeling that there's a lot of shouting, screaming, people upset. But typically, halftime locker rooms are a lot more clinical than that. And in this case, are they upset that the plays weren't working because of execution, or did they think they were just bad plays to call?
Yeah.
We'll find out pretty quickly here if they felt like they had something going, but they just need to do it a little bit better or not.
We'll find out. Now a nice throw here right side. He hauls it in. Last play they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards.
Right there.
On first down, Wentz. He'll hit Jackson, complete. No gain there on the completion, 2nd and 10. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. They fake the give. Now Wentz. And the reception made by Alshon Jeffrey. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 33. They've really been able to contain Alshon Jeffrey. That catch, a rare exception in this game.
And that's a feather in their cap because he's such a tone setter for his team on offense that they try and get him the ball early. And, of course, What comes after that is often. And for them to limit him and him not catch a ball until the second half, it's a big reason why his team is behind on the scoreboard.
Solid. 2 jet.
33, check back 33.
On play action, it's Wentz. Completes it to Aguilar. A good pickup there, 26 yards. Well, this is how you shape the thoughts of that interception on the last drive. You come out and start this one 4 for 4.
And watching him throw it around with that type of confidence reminds me of a guy I played with way back when who told me, I don't care if I throw 10 interceptions in a row. I'm going to stay confident, keep flinging it. I just figured there's something wrong with the football.
He'll get only 2 there, and it's second and goal. Here's second and goal, operating from the 8-yard line. Wentz, caught by the tight end Ertz. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
And that is caught. It's Aguilar for the Eagle touchdown. A 5-yard touchdown catch, and the Eagles get a score closer. They went empty backfield, all their weapons out wide, so there really was no secret here to what they were going to do.
No secret, but they still had to execute it, and they still had to protect the guy throwing the ball, because oftentimes when you empty the backfield, people bring pressure at you. They managed to hold in there and successfully complete the touchdown.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. So tried to throw it in for 2 points, but the D got home, brought him down.
They got home, which means there had to be good coverage. Just had nowhere to go with the ball. Typically, you're trying to throw quick hitters, quick slants, maybe even a quick fade. Nothing was open. He ends up getting sacked.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And they hit the home run last drive. 1 play on the ground all the way to the house. Now the defense, maybe they're expecting a run here.
Partner, I love your description, because when we talk about hitting the home run, we're usually thinking about a passing play, aren't we? Something in the air, deep ball. But how about them just taking it big-time jaunt? Now if you're coming back out, now they've established this run game, the play-action pass could very well be open.
57. Mike, 56.
Throwing on first is Garoppolo. Flushed out right. And out. The ball comes out. And this is going to get out of bounds, so they will gain a bit of yardage on the play, actually, and they'll hold on to the football as well.
Here we go. 180. Black.
Breida, he'll try the right side. And able to get a couple as he's across the 40 to the 41.
Here we go. 180.
Third and 6.
Switch it. Come on, switch it.
6.
52.
Recon, 132 fighter. Lock.
Throwing is Garoppolo on 3rd down. Check down to Breida. And he's got the first down, yardage before being taken down at midfield. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains.
First and 10 at the 50-yard line.
Here we go. 180.
Drop deep.
From midfield, here's Garoppolo. And he'll lay out and pull it in. What a diving catch there. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. He'll get a dozen there, and it's a first down, 49ers.
With the score, Niners 31, Eagles 14.
Here we go.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Let's go, defense. Our time. It's our time.
12. 80 weapon.
From the gun, it's Garoppolo. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
Here we go.
Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack.
Take 3. 218.
Here's Mostert. And they won't fare much better here as he maybe gets back to the line. No gain on the play this time, and it'll be a 3rd and long situation coming up. The Niners on 3rd down. They've hit 4 of 7. This is 3rd and 16. Now a give coming right is Breida. And this time he's going backwards. So after the no gain on the last attempt, here they get him behind the line. Now Garoppolo. Deep ball for Goodwin. Oh, and this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked off by Ronald Darby.
Oh, and that's a nice job defensively to get a piece of the football. He's going to pop it into the air, and then it's the tip drill. And good concentration by him to react to it and pull in the interception.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Wentz now on 1st down. He's going to let this go deep for Jackson. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
Play action. Now Wentz. And a big loss here as he's taken down. D4. Able to get in there and run him down for what's going to be a loss of 15 yards all told. Now a play fake. Wentz. And he finds his tight end. It's Ertz. And they're able to bring him down at the 20. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th. The Eagles indeed snap it. Wentz. And they will not be able to hook up there. It's incomplete. The Eagles unable to convert there on 4th. And now possession's going to go over with a football at the 20-yard line. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. That's going to be caught by Samuel. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Open man is Samuel, complete. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. It's a good gain of 11, sets him up 1st and goal. And boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables, otherwise they wouldn't have brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that. But how about what they really said? Competitiveness. That's what they really liked about him. The way he goes after the football, competes for it, and decides when it's in the air, it's his and only his.
2nd down and goal. Garoppolo. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Rodney McLeod. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Well, they're not making it easy on themselves here down the stretch. 2 picks now in the 4th quarter trying to hang on to that lead.
Talk about keeping someone in the game. Instead of being able to shut the door, it's still cracked open because they can come back on you now. The only people who are really happy about those picks, any fantasy team that has this defense.
9 yards is the pick up there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard.
Check, lucky.
Lane 5-3, lane 5-3.
Another run here with Sanders. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
2nd and 1, and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the 1st down.
Wentz on the draw, leaves it for Sanders. Absolutely nobody fooled there. He's going nowhere fast as he's stopped behind the line of scrimmage. Now on 2nd and 13. Wentz. It's caught by Jackson. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Now Wentz. Ertz has it left side. The catch and run, good for 18 and a first down. Clock management, definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
The throw by Wentz, caught by Jackson. It's a gain of 13 and a first down for Philadelphia. Stepping up, he's going to... And it's a fumble. And this is going to be 49er football.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the fourth quarter.
You'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely. They'll start on the ground with Breida. And some room to maneuver. And now off to the races, down the right side. 30. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Matt Breida, an even 90 yards. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead. Now Garoppolo and the Niners will come up and go for two. They fake the give. Now Garoppolo looks to throw. And this is going to be caught. So add two more to the lead as they continue to pour it on here in the fourth. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone.
Let's go, let's go.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it because there are a lot of people watching the body language of the guys on the field now. And if they call plays they want executed, they need to do that and do it really well. Otherwise, there could be repercussions.
We'll see how they handle the waning moments of this one. It's a gain of 13 and a first down for Philadelphia.
The beauty of route running is it doesn't matter what position. Everyone's doing the same thing. In this case, tight end, selling the vertical route. Get the defensive back on his heels, break off for the corner. With good timing, you get a completion as we just saw there.
Flush to his right. He's going to let it fly. And that's caught inside the 35. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds left to go. So the big play has them all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10.
81.
Right shift, 33.
Wins to throw again. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off with great anticipation. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. They'll begin the drive with Breida. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. And the 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got two more to use here in the final stages.
1st and 10 at the 31-yard line.
Here we go. 180.
I can't believe they even let you play.
Oh, Garoppolo's going to throw it. Man open, it's Goodwin. That one goes for 24 yards. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. To throw is Garoppolo. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. And what are the whistles for? A timeout. So they'll stop the clock here in a game that's been decided in the closing seconds. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. They run with Breida. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. Now the offense will burn their third and final timeout. So the victory here for San Francisco, and they were really helped by their defense, forcing 3 turnovers.
I think what we saw in this one, today's defense. And what I mean by that is in the old days, pitching shutouts was big time. That was paramount. But the big thing was holding people down, holding down their yardage, right? Don't let them throw the ball through the air and gain a lot of... But now, it's about taking the ball away. Taking away possessions, getting the ball back for their offense. They had 3 takeaways in this one, and it led them to victory.